Unsolved in Carolina, headlights on the pines.
Names on the wind, never leave my mind.
Dirt road, dead end, red tail, white tent. Mama on the tailgate, praying it's pretend. Posters on the light pole, rain running ink. One more face in the time that we blink.
They say, boy, keep quiet, that's the way that it goes. Locals keep an eye out for when the case goes.
Unsolved cases in Carolina.
Missing, lost, stolen, traffic souls. Where did they go? Where did they go?
The good old boys live by their rules, but I stay on my toes to bring you the news. I bring you the truth till the cases are closed.
Mystery unsolved, girl left work late, clocked out, clock stopped at the edge of the gate. Sheriff at his desk, detectives in the street, gathering up the clues, there is no time to waste.
Names in a notebook, a whiteboard of miles, my red string lines connecting all the dots. We share the cases so the story takes flight. Locals will never give up like a prayer in the night. Unsolved cases in Carolina.
Missing, lost, stolen, traffic souls. Where did they go? Where did they go now?
The good old boys live by their rules, but I stay on my toes to bring you the news. I bring you the truth till the cases are closed.
If you hear their names in the rustle of the trees, we're still calling. We're still calling.
If a photograph fades on a window of a store, we're still looking for more. Unsolved cases in Carolina.
Missing, lost, stolen, traffic souls. Where did they go? Where did they go?
The good old boys live by their rules, but I stay on my toes to bring you the news. I bring you the truth until these cases are closed.
Carolina nights ain't sleeping yet. Every cold trail, every faint breath. Good old boys whisper, let it lay, let it go. But I stay on my toes, 'cause the whole world's gotta know. 'Cause the whole world's gotta know.
Welcome, 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 everybody. My name is Dutchess, and this is where we talk about true crime and missing cases. And tonight, we have a lot to talk about. It's been a while since I've been live, and we have a lot of flyers and some case updates that I want to share with you guys. So I hope you brought your snacks and your drinks and your pens and notepads, because I do want you to make sure that you share these flyers out if you see them, whether they are on my YouTube community wall or whether they are on my Facebook. Make sure that you're subbed up and share this out for the awareness. There's a lot of drama and things going around on these YouTube streets. So I appreciate the people that drop by. Please make sure you hit the like, and we appreciate you being here. These faces matter. These people are still missing, and their families need answers. And here in the Carolinas, we have a lot of missing, lost, stolen, and trafficked victims that deserve answers. And so we're going to share their faces and a few other flyers tonight. So I do appreciate you guys choosing to spend a little bit of time here with me while we talk about facts and leave the drama at the door. Everybody's invited. As long as you guys can get along and chat and share the awareness, that's what matters to me the most. So thanks for being here. Let me go over here to the chat and see who we have in here. I see Sherry was in here right out the gate, and I said hi to her, but her comment's already gone. So Sherry, thanks for stopping by early. I hope you will swing back by. Thank you for being here. Hey, Rosie NC, it's so good to see you. I appreciate you being here. And I'm celebrating my own membership milestone for 17 months on the Dutch bus. So I have to give myself a shout out for my membership, that I'm getting to my own member my own channel. So, you got to support yourself sometimes. You got to do what you got to do. Nightbot reminds us, if you are enjoying this live, please smack, tickle, or punch that like button. It is a free way to support this channel. And don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell for all future videos and lives. And there's the Duke. Hey, babe, I appreciate you jumping in the chat and watching heartily for me for a little bit. You can bring her in just a little bit when she settles down, but I appreciate you listening in, babe. And we got Michelle, the queen of the channel and of the Discord and all the other things. Thank you for being here, sis. I hope you're doing good. Hope you and Screwball are doing well. The snow's melting up there. Hey, honey elder, it's good to see you. I hope you're having a good week and that everybody's thawing out and getting warm. The snow is finally melting here. It was pretty while it lasted, but it froze over, and that's never a fun thing. Hey, Cuddly Cactus, it's good to see you. I appreciate you listening in. Hope you're well. Hey, Sue, it's good to see you. I hope you're well. I think people are just, listen, I mean, there are things going on YouTube, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's not helping. It's not helping to me. I've got to, my mind, I have to reset my thoughts, because I can't give any more to it. Your snow is gone and it rained today. It's been raining here all day too. So that's kind of what we got going on here as well. So I do appreciate y'all joining me, and it's so good to see all of y'all. So we're going to share some flyers, and there is a lot of things going on. I'm supposing that most people here have already heard all about Savannah Guthrie's mother that has been missing out of Arizona. And I don't cover a lot of cases outside the Carolinas much anymore, but I do highlight some of these cases, and I see there's been a lot of people live on it, and things are changing constantly in this case. And I do hope that Miss Guthrie is found safe. It doesn't sound like that it is a good situation for Miss Nancy Guthrie, and it really worries me. But I know many of us believe in the power of prayer, and we believe that voices raised in unison, in goodness and in hope, that Nancy will be brought home. And please continue to send up your thoughts and prayers for Savannah Guthrie and her family, because I cannot imagine what they are going through. This is such a scary case that's going on right now. A lot of people have been live about that case, and so it's not something that I'm probably going to cover in depth. But if you see Nancy's flyer, it is on my community wall. If you will, please share that out for awareness. I did see 45 minutes ago that there was an update from Cody Alcorn that the law enforcement has returned to Nancy Guthrie's home and established that it is a crime scene once again, with yellow tape all up around the property. And I saw that he did state that pictures and videos from the scene show that law enforcement has been searching the property, the garage, all the rooms inside the home, that several boxes have been removed from the home, and that canine units are also assisting once again on the property. And of course, this is not unusual in an active criminal investigation. Many of us have seen this as these criminal investigations have played out, and we've reviewed these cases. But they're following up on leads. And as new information is developed in the case and in the investigation, they have to do what they need to do. I know that Pima County Sheriff's Department has said that they have turned the home back over to the family on Monday, but the sheriff made it very clear that they have reason to return, that they would do so. And it appears that they have learned something over the past 24 hours. There was a ransom note that was actually sent to TMZ, and then a news station actually received another ransom note in Arizona. Um, but I have heard the rumors. This is just speculation, but I have heard that it was alleged that they thought that maybe the son-in-law might be involved. Now, I don't know if there's any truth to this. I know that the FBI was confirmed that they were assisting, and they have agents back at Nancy's home tonight. They are there now. I understand that there is a large law enforcement presence there as we speak. So I would think that they would probably have to secure a new warrant to go back inside the house. Um, and I'm sure that they would have probable cause that they could present to the judge to show that they needed to return to the home if they needed to do that. So, but it does appear that Miss Nancy Guthrie was taken at force from her home sometime between 9:45 p.m. on Saturday night and 11 a.m. on Sunday morning. So, I do hope that everything is being processed and looked over thoroughly by the Pima County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, and hopefully they will be able to get more information soon. And I just wanted to share my thoughts and prayers with Savannah Guthrie and her family. And that's exactly right, Sue. Innocent until proven guilty. He may just be suspect, and he could be innocent. That's exactly right. We have to let law enforcement do their investigation. And yes, Michelle, I did see that. Case is just, I've been watching it throughout the day as I've been taking care of mom and handling some appointments and doing other tasks throughout the day. I've just tried to keep my ear to the TV, listening for updates. So I'll try to keep you guys posted on that on my community wall if you guys are interested in that case. Hey, Chico, it's good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Hey, Alley Cat, hope you're doing good. Thank you for being here. And I don't know why you don't. Oh, there's your picture. I was like, where's Allie's picture? It was blank for a second. Oh, I got nervous. I was like, what? I know these people. And y'all, I have not even gotten an update on Brenda Stapleton that was missing. Remember, her daughter came in and asked me to make that flyer. And, because she knew that Trump was president and she knew the date, they would not, bring her back to her family, even though she has dementia. And she went out of state thinking she was married to Elon Musk. And I don't know that she's ever been brought back home safely. I do hope her daughter will give me an update as soon as possible, because I am still really worried about her as well. But I did want to start out with that because I had just saw that breaking update from Cody Alcorn, and I just wanted to give you guys, a little quick rundown about Miss Nancy Guthrie. I do hope that they find her safe as soon as possible. It's just heinous, the things that people will do. Greed, power, and money. Unfortunately, they rule this world, y'all. But we're going to jump into some other flyers. And if you see these flyers, please share them out. Most of them are from the Carolinas. And then I do have a particular flyer that I want to share for my friend Rosie NC that she asked me to make for her friends. I do want to highlight that, and I think I did upload it. Let me make sure that I have that on here. I think I have it on my Facebook, so I can make sure that we go over there and check that out. So I'm going to share that. I'm going to go over and log into my Facebook real quick, because I do want to share that flyer before we get started on our Carolina cases. And Rosie did give me a little update in Discord about what she knows about this case. And it's also posted on my community wall. So I'm going to go over here on my Facebook and pull it up. And when I'm going through my Facebook, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have shared so many missing cases. It's crazy. So let me get over here and I'm going to pull it up. Oh, here we go right now. This case that I'm going to share with you guys, and I'm going to share my screen now, comes out of Oklahoma. Let me know when you guys can see it on screen. Hey, Nonsense. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing good. Okay, let me highlight this so I can enlarge it. That way you guys can see it better on the screen. Let me look at it on my phone, make sure you guys can see that better. Okay, that looks better. This is Garland D. Birch. And I made this flyer on behalf of Rosie, who is a very good friend of mine. And Rosie, you are so welcome. Garland is still missing out of LaFleur County, Oklahoma. And I made this flyer. His family approved this flyer. Garland D. Birch is described as 5 feet 7 inches tall, blue green eyes, 230 pounds. Garland is 64 years old. His date of birth is May 24th of 1962. And the last time he was seen by anyone was on January the 5th of 2026 when he had breakfast with his brother. Mr. Birch went to Bear Creek Campground, which is located at the Whitesboro, Oklahoma, Arkansas border. So if I have any of my people out there in the Arkansas, Oklahoma area, if you are in this area and can share this flyer out, I know that Garland's family would be so very appreciative. If you have anybody that you know in that area and you can share this flyer on your Facebook, on your TikTok, on your Instagram, on your YouTube, I would be so grateful. And I know Rosie can pass those messages along to Garland's family. His car was found along the edge of the Arkansas-Oklahoma border national forest. And this is Garland's last known location. You can see a couple of pictures of Garland here, one with his hat and glasses, one without. He's got facial hair, and you can see a picture of his vehicle here in the very middle. Now, inside the car was his keys, phone, and wallet, and nothing was missing. And there was one item of importance found, and this is one of his most prized possessions. And it was found on the outside of the car on the ground, and that was his favorite horse saddle. And my husband, who has owned horses and had a horse farm, said, those are expensive. And that's not something that he's just going to carelessly leave behind. And he asked me, he said, babe, do you think that Garland got robbed? He said, do you think there was an altercation and something happened and then the people tried to get away? I truly don't know what happened to Garland D. Birch, but if you have any information leading to the whereabouts of Garland, please reach out to the LaFleur County Sheriff's Office, and that is in Oklahoma. Their number is 918-647-2317, and their address is 100 South Broadway Street, Pateau, Oklahoma 74953, and there is an email on this flyer as well. You can email lcso400@hotmail.com. This flyer was made on the 28th of January, and if you see this flyer circulating, please share it out. I know that his family would be really grateful. And I know this is not in the Carolinas, but sometimes people outside the Carolinas ask me to please share and make flyers for them. So I also want to feature those people because we have a lot of people missing all over the United States, around the world. So if you need a flyer, you can email me. You can connect with me on Facebook or on Discord. If you send me all the information and the pictures, I'll make the flyer. You can have the family to approve it, and then I'm happy to share it out. So, hey, Rubber Ramada, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. So this is Garland D. Birch out of Oklahoma. If you guys could please make sure you share this flyer. It is on my community wall and on my Facebook. All right, am I back? Can you guys hear me? Okay. It always takes me off the screen after I unshare my screen. Okay, so now I do have some other flyers that I want to share. So let's get into it. I'm going to go over here to the chat, make sure I haven't missed anybody. Again, it's good to see you, Rubber. Thank you for being here. Honey Elder says, gosh, I can't truly imagine not knowing where my loved one is. I don't think I'm built for that. You know, that's the thing about missing people is it's not something you plan for. This isn't something that you're just expecting to happen. That's why the factual awareness is so very important for these families. Because sometimes the news does not cover these cases like we want them to be. In fact, I just got an update just a little bit ago to let me know that there was a missing kid just a few towns up in North Carolina, in Ash, North Carolina. So we're going to share that case real quick because I don't even have a flyer for that. So let's go over here and look it up. Let me see what I've got over here. I'm going to go back to my page. And I think I did just share this out. Yeah, here we go. Rosie said, I never thought I would ever need to have a flyer made for someone I personally know. Well, Rosie, I was happy to do it. And I do hope that Garland is found safe as soon as possible. Now, this case right here comes from WECT News, and there is an article off to the side. And this is a Brunswick County 16-year-old that has just, this was just put out an hour ago. This is out of Ash, North Carolina. That's just north of us, probably about 30 minutes over the state line. The Brunswick County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in locating a missing teen who was last seen today on February the 4th. This is Oscar Keegan Bradshaw, and he was last seen walking away from a residence on Whiteville Road in Ash, North Carolina at approximately 4:45 p.m. today. The Brunswick County Sheriff's Office said it is unknown if he was picked up by someone or if he left on foot. Bradshaw is described as a white male, 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 170 pounds. He has brown hair and hazel eyes. He was last seen wearing a black pullover, blue jeans, and black shoes, and deputies said he was carrying a duffel bag. Anyone who sees Oscar Bradshaw or has information about his whereabouts is asked to call the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office at 910-253-2777. And since I do not have a flyer, I do have a link to this story, and I'm going to drop it in the chat. So let me see if the link is short enough for me to drop. There's a good chance that the link is going to be too long. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can go over here and get it. Okay. It's still too long. I need a thing to shorten my links. That's definitely what I need. Hey, Curious George Sugar Rush Aries. I think that's one of my favorite names. I'm glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you being here. The link to the story is too long for me to post, and I need to get one of those things where I can post these links that are short and succinct. One of those, I can't remember what it is, where you can abbreviate the links. So what I'll do is I will actually share the Facebook post. So if you guys want to go over there and check that out, you can read the article for yourself from the Facebook post if you guys are on Facebook. There was also another case that I got sent, and I shared it out from Tactical Hippie. So we're also going to check that out. Hang on one second, and I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to take a look at that as well. Sometimes before I go live, I get sent a whole host of cases, and I don't have time to actually upload them. So we'll actually go take a look at them now. Here we go. We have Dustin Garrett missing out of Sumter, South Carolina, last seen January of 2026. Dustin Foster Garrett has not been in contact with his family since late January, which is unusual and has raised concerns for his well being. He last spoke with an employer on Tuesday before contact stopped. Dustin is approximately 5'10, 160 pounds with brown hair and hazel eyes. No confirmed clothing description is currently available. He may be driving a 2022 Dodge Ram with South Carolina license plate 918AZD. And you can see that featured here on Tactical Hippie's flyer. If you see Dustin or his vehicle, please contact local authorities immediately. Every share could help bring him home safely. And the Sumter police number is 803-436-2700. If you see this flyer, I will make sure to share this out. I think I did share it on my community wall. So if you guys would do me a favor and go share this out for Tactical Hippie. I did put their link to this flyer in the post on my community wall as well. All right. Let's see where we're at now. I have so many flyers. We've got some missing teens. I've got some that are that have been found. We had two sisters. We had Kelsey Wary and we had Kinsley Wary. Kinsley was actually missing just west of me out of Conway, Horry County, South Carolina. And Kelsey was missing out of Hartsville, Darlington County, South Carolina. And they both have been located safe. These sisters have gone missing a couple of times. I do believe that they may be in the foster care system because they have not been placed together. And these girls they were missing in November. They were both found together running away, and they were separated once again and brought back together, and then put in different homes in different parts of the state, and they ran away again. But they have been located safe, so I'll keep you guys informed in case and we've had a couple of siblings that are still actively missing because they get separated in foster care and they're trying to get back to each other, which is heartbreaking. You would think they would want to keep the siblings together, but sometimes the foster care people do not want them together. And that is an unfortunate situation. So I just wanted to make sure you guys know that they were located safe. Next, we have missing teen Sabina Renee Richardson. This is a flyer that is on the NCMEC site. Hang on, let me get over here. I want to see if I can grab some of these links up for you so that I can share them with you. And you can also find these on my Facebook page as well as on my community wall. Sabina is 17 years old, and she is actually missing from Greensboro, Guilford County, North Carolina. If you guys remember, that is where Marissa Carmichael is missing from. She has an NCIC number that is listed on the flyer that I made for her, and she has been missing since January the 28th of 2026. She is a white female. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Sabina Renee Richardson, please contact the Greensboro Police Department, or you can call 911 or NCMEC at 1-800-THE-LOST. If you see her flyer, please share it out. If you see something, say something. I know, Sue. Sue says, it sounds like to me it's damaging to take your family from you and then your sister. So sad. Yeah, I agree. This is like the third time that these particular sisters have ran away. But we have some other siblings in the state of South Carolina. In fact, there's a couple of them. And both sets of them are still actively missing. The only ones that have been found that are siblings are the Wary siblings. So Michelle says, Sue, they need to put them together before one or both gets hurt or worse when they run away to try to get to the other one. I do agree with you, Michelle. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but the CPS system is broken in that way. And are the children's best interest always at the top of the list? Not always, no. Because there's not enough, unfortunately, not enough foster parents out there, and some of the people that they try to place these kids with, they don't want to take them in. So it is an unfortunate situation. Our next flyer that we have that is listed on the National Center for the Missing and Exploited website is Zoe Archer. Zoe has been missing since January 27th of 2026. You can see her NCIC number is shared here on the flyer that I made for her. She is missing out of Hope Mills, North Carolina, which is just outside of Fayetteville, Cumberland County, North Carolina. She is 16 years old and a white female. If you have seen Zoe Rain Archer, please contact the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office, call 911, or you can reach out to NCMEC at 1-800-THE-LOST. Shauna, thank you so much for being a member for 16 months. I really appreciate you supporting the channel.
Seatbelts, everyone! Double Dutch bus coming down the street.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Sue says, sad, I'm too old to run a household with a headstrong teen. Well, I mean, there's that part too. I'm sure that it's not easy. Yeah, that's right, Michelle. There's not enough foster parents and not enough CPS workers. It's a sad situation. Hello, Mega Stella. I hope you're doing good. It's good to see you. There is a lot of young people missing right now, Honey Elder. For definite, sure. Thank you for sharing, Rubber Ramada. I appreciate that. All right, on to our next flyer, because I have a lot. I have a lot that I need to share. This is Haley Jones. She is also listed on the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for South Carolina. No, actually, she is on the NCMEC site for North Carolina. Haley Jones has been missing since January 12th of 2026. She is missing from Whiteville, North Carolina. That is Columbus County, North Carolina. She is 16 years old. She is a white female. You can see here in this photo that she wears glasses. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Haley Jones, please contact the Columbus County Sheriff's Office, or you can contact 911, or you can reach out to NCMEC at 1-800-THE-LOST. And you can find all of these flyers on my Facebook page and my YouTube community wall if you would like to share them. Next, we have Jasmine Karachuri, and she's missing out of Winterville, Pitt County, North Carolina. Someone sent me a message and told me they thought Jasmine had been found safe, and so I wanted to go back over here and check to see if that was true. So I'm going to actually go over here and check it now, because I had a long phone call today, and I did not have an opportunity to go check that before I went live. I was running around doing all of the different things. So I'm going to run over here and check that now, because I do want to give you guys the latest updates on everything that I'm sharing with you now. And it looks like Jasmine is actually still missing. She is missing out of Winterville, Pitt County, North Carolina. That is near Greenville, North Carolina, home of East Carolina Pirates. You can see her NCIC number is listed on this flyer. She's been missing since December the 29th of 2025. She is 17 years old. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Jasmine, please reach out to Winterville Police Department, or you can contact NCMEC at 1-800-THE-LOST. So if you're listening out there, the person that sent me the email, Jasmine is still actively missing. Please continue to share her flyer. Everybody good? We're all caught up in chat? All right, on to the next one. Next, we have another missing teen, and she is also on the NCMEC website. This is Denisha Flowers, and she is missing out of Fayetteville, Hoke County, North Carolina. You can see her NCIC number is featured here on the flyer. She has been missing since January the 2nd of 2026. She is 17 years old. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Denisha Flowers, please reach out to Hoke County Sheriff's Office, or you can contact 911 or reach out to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOST. All right, and next we have another missing teen from Raleigh, North Carolina. And I want to make sure that he is still on this list as well. While I'm over here, I think Justice has been found safe. Justice went missing December the 18th of 2025, and I just happened to update just now, and his flyer has actually been removed from NCMEC, which indicates that Justice Casiano has been located. He was missing out of Raleigh, North Carolina. So that is a positive update that Justice Casiano has been removed off of NCMEC. So this signifies to me that he actually has been located. So if you guys just want to jot that down, I will make sure to post that update after this live stream is over. I know, Sue. There are so many kids and people. I have people tell me all the time, why are there so many people going missing in the Carolinas? I'm like, listen, I'm just covering my area. I am just covering my area. This isn't even an 18th of the people that are missing in the United States. So many kids, but a lot of these children, fortunately, are found. But unfortunately, there are kids that are still out there missing, and that's why we're still sharing these flyers. So Justice has been located safe. You guys want to mark that one off. Next on our list, we have Kristen White missing out of Charlotte, Mecklenburg County, North Carolina. And while I was over here checking my list, I also see that Kristen White has been located as well. And you can see here, I've got it updated here at the top that Kristen's been located. So that's another positive win, that Kristen has also been located out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Next, we have Marcus McRae, and I did just check all my South Carolina people today, and Marcus McRae is still missing out of Columbia, South Carolina. His NCIC number is featured here on his flyer. He has been missing since December the 30th of 2025, and Marcus has actually ran away a couple of other times before this and was found safe. Marcus is 18 years old, so he's getting to the point where, you know, I'm not sure all of the circumstances involving Marcus's case. So it's one of those situations where he may actually age out, and sometimes that happens. We have kids that go missing and then they end up aging out, and, you know, they come off the NCMEC website. But Marcus is now 18 years old. And this is out of Columbia, South Carolina, through the Columbia Police Department. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Marcus, please reach out to Columbia Police Department, or you can contact NCMEC at 1-800-THE-LOST. Next, we have Sharon Chestnut. He's missing out of Conway, Horry County, South Carolina. Sharon has actually been running away for about 3 years now since I started, since I started my channel. I have made multiple flyers for Sharon, and his latest date that he went missing was November the 20th of 2025 around 10:45 p.m. near 502 Ridge Street in Conway, South Carolina. Sharon was wearing a black jacket and sweatpants. He's 5 feet tall and weighs 170 pounds. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Sharon, please contact the Conway Police Department at 843-248-1790. He's currently not listed on NCMEC anymore, but he is listed with the Conway Police Department. So if anyone has any information on his whereabouts, please contact them. I'm sure that his foster family is worried about him. That's right, Sue. He can choose as an adult to be missing as a family member. Even if found, he can say, let them know I'm alive, and that's all they can do. 18 was my worst enemy for me. I get it, Sue. Honey says, I live in the North Carolina mountains and had no idea how dominant trafficking is here. Apparently it's a hub because of the mountains being a place to hide, an easily accessible interstate. Yes, honey. Yes, honey, Elder, it certainly is. If you see anybody missing up in your area, or you see a flyer for someone missing up there, send it to me and I'll be happy to make sure that I share it on my live. And because it's hard for me to make sure that I get everybody, but that's how this works together. Is we're kind of like a team. Like if you guys see something, say something. Send me those flyers. If you guys are in the Carolinas, all my local people, if you have somebody missing in your area and you know there's already a flyer, if you send it to me, I am more than happy to share it on a live stream. I will share it on all of my social media platforms to help. And listen, I have friends in Georgia. I have friends in Tennessee. And when they send me flyers, I share it out. That's how we, can work these things together, because when I share things, my monsters share things. Dan with Missing in USA, he shares them. The Daily Missing. I mean, y'all have to remember, I have almost 5,500 followers on my Facebook. So we have a group of people that are trusted advocates. And when we see a flyer posted, we all immediately share it. So that's how we get these flyers passed all around so that people can see their faces. So now next we have Casey Callum. This flyer is by the Aware Foundation of Virginia, my friend Kenny Gerald's. We appreciate all the work that the Aware Foundation does in getting a lot of these flyers put out. Casey is 35 years old, and she was last seen January the 30th, 2026 in the area of George Albert Lake Road in Anderson, South Carolina. We have a lot of missing people. All my Anderson County, South Carolina people, where you at? Y'all got some serious situations going up there with these missing people. Casey was last seen wearing black jogging pants and a gray shirt. If you have any information on Casey Callum, please call the Anderson County Sheriff's Office at 864-260-4400. Her case number is listed here. Her family is very concerned. Please do reach out, and please share this flyer if you guys see it. Next, we have Monica Wilkins. This is another missing person out of Greensboro, Guilford County, North Carolina. This is my stomping grounds, the Triad, which is the center part of North Carolina. This is where I was born and raised. This is another case out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Greensboro, I don't know what y'all got going on. This is Monica. She is 38 years old. Monica is 5 feet tall. She weighs 110 pounds. Monica was last seen in October of 2025. This flyer did not get put out until about 10 days ago, if that. I don't know why somebody waited this long to report Monica missing from back in October. But I just got wind of this, and somebody sent me Kenny Gerald's flyer. Again, this is from the Aware Foundation of Virginia. She, again, is missing from Greensboro, Guilford County, North Carolina. She has a tattoo on the back of her neck that says Lumbee, and that indicates to me that she may be Lumbee from the Lumbee tribe. And she has a tattoo on her right wrist that says Leland, Leland. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of Monica Wilkins, please contact the Greensboro PD at 336-373-2222. Again, because we have I-40 and I-95 intersecting in North Carolina, there is a lot of missing, lost, stolen, and trafficked women and children in the state of North Carolina. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I am streaming to you live right now from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and we have a huge trafficking problem here because we are a tourist town on the ocean. We have I-20, we have I-95. I'm telling you, it's the same thing here in South Carolina. We just don't have I-40. We have I-20, but it's the same situation. Hey, OG Earthy. Thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you for supporting the channel. Means the world to me.
Cause I be rapping gang, 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 gang. Posted with the gang, 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 gang.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Summer would be 10 today. She was born 2 weeks after my grandson. Yes, today is Summer's birthday. It certainly is, and I did share that on my wall, and I was actually going to just, feature her flyer as well. I think it's down here somewhere. If I don't have it, I will definitely share it from my community wall. It's hard to believe all this time has passed, Michelle. That Summer Wells is 10 years old today. It's incredibly sad. I really felt like we would have answers by now in her case. Some significant something. But no. Law enforcement is still looking. So I'm going to share this real quick before we move on to our next flyer. This is Kristen Kwan posted this. This is what I woke up to this morning. Today marks Summer Wells' 10th birthday. Summer was just 5 years old when she was reported missing from her home in Hawkins, Tennessee on June 15th, 2021, prompting a statewide Tennessee Amber Alert and a massive search effort. And nearly 5 years later, her disappearance remains unsolved. On this day, family members, investigators, and communities across the region continue to hold on to hope that Summer Moon Utah Wells will be found and that answers will one day come. Anyone with information in the case is urged to contact the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office or TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. I think Summer Wells was a case where a lot of us actually got into true crime, came into this genre of YouTube. I know that for me, I was working in my art business and listening to this case unfold. And it's truly heartbreaking. But if you guys want to go over there and check out where she is listed on the Tennessee active alerts, the TBI active missing child alerts, there is her case as well as Sebastian Rogers and others. You guys can check that out at the link that I just dropped. Michelle said, Summer is why I'm here. Same thing, Michelle. You and I have been around some places together. We've seen a few things, Michelle. Am I wrong? I thought Summer's case was bad. No, ma'am. I'm telling you what, it just seems to get worse all the daggone time. Honey Elder says, summer is why I'm here, sweet angel. Yes. Nonsense. That's so sad to think she's been missing for so long and hopefully answers will come. Well, Nonsense, I can tell you this. Somebody out there knows what happened to Summer. Somebody knows. It's whether or not somebody's going to come forward and tell what they know. Because kids don't go missing by themselves. Not at 5 years old, they don't. They sure don't. Somebody knows something, and it's up to the investigators to put the pressure on them to make them come forward. You guys know, Rubber knows. That's exactly right. So, our thoughts and prayers go up for Summer Wells, wherever you are, Summer. Just know that we're not giving up hope. And I'm just putting my faith in law enforcement that we will get the answers that you deserve, Summer, because she deserves justice. Absolutely. And she deserves to have her case shared with respect and facts, not a bunch of speculation and bullshit. She deserves respect. She's just a baby. I don't care if she's 10-years old now, but she was 5 when she went missing. These are just kids. They don't have a voice. That's why the factual awareness matters so much. All of this bickering and fighting and, it takes the attention off of the awareness, what we're trying to do here. As long as we're fighting with other creators and doing all of this, nobody wants to pay attention. I have 11 people watching me right now, and I am thankful for all 11 of you guys watching this right now, because you guys are seeing the kids that are still out here missing, and you're getting the facts. This isn't about drama. This isn't for money. This isn't for clicks and views. This is because these kids, these adults, their lives matter. Their family, their loved ones, their friends, their schoolmates, they care. They want to know what happened. The truth matters, and it will come out eventually. Sometimes I wish it was sooner than later. But that's why we work together to make sure we share these cases out, because you never know when a flyer might come in front of somebody and they go, hey, I recognize this person. And then they can make that call. That's why it matters. All right, on to the next case. We've got some located cases. Alyssa Johnson was located safe out of Pickens County, South Carolina. So she's 15 years old, so thank goodness for that. She went missing on January the 28th, so I'm happy to report Alyssa has been located safe. Also, Alexis, Athena, and Alex. This is a 28-year-old mom and her 2 children that went missing out of Randolph County, North Carolina. Those are my old stomping grounds down that way. My family alerted me about this case, and they've been sharing flyers. And I got a phone call to let me know, because fortunately, I know people at the sheriff's department, and they let me know that she was found and the kids were found and everybody is safe. So I wanted to let you guys know that Alexis, Athena, and Alex are all safe, which makes me feel a sigh of relief, because where they went missing is near where my grandparents used to live. And I know exactly where they went missing at. It's just right down the road from where my grandparents are from. So I was very relieved to hear that they were found safe. Also, we have Margaret McAllister. She was missing out of Lincoln County, North Carolina, and she was also located safe. So praise God for that. And we also have Wesley Green, a 16-year-old that was missing out of Cumberland County, North Carolina. That's in the area of Fayetteville, North Carolina, and he was also located safe. We also have Jocelyn Zaninga, and she was located safe in New Hanover County. That's Wilmington area, North Carolina. 16 years old. She's been located safe. Now, we do have another person missing out of New Hanover County, North Carolina, and that is Kane Caleb Genotti. He goes by Caleb, and Caleb was last seen January the 25th of 2026 at the 800 Piner Road, and that is where Myrtle Grove Presbyterian Church is in Wilmington, North Carolina. That's just north of me, about less than an hour away. That's right on the coast near the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. He has scars on both of his arms and was last seen wearing white sweatpants and camouflage hoodie. If you have any information regarding his whereabouts, please contact the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office at 910-798-4200. If you see his flyer, please do share it out. Thank you, Earthy. I really do appreciate that. I know, Shauna, it's a relief. Some days when I open up my Facebook and I'm like, oh, thank goodness, you know. We also have Brian Keith Austin. This flyer here comes from the Vandermint Foundation on Facebook. And I'm going to share their link. So if any of you guys are local to this area, and you want to check them out, you can. Let me grab their link real quick. And the Vanderbilt Foundation is a foundation that attempts to bring closure to the families of missing people, and they share a lot of cold cases. So I do really like to share their information. They bring the focus back to a lot of cold cases that are not getting talked about, but they also do make some current flyers. So I am going to share their link in the chat if you are in South Carolina and you want to check them out. And there's their link to their Facebook. Now, according to this flyer, Brian Keith Austin went missing on January the 28th of 2026 out of Georgetown, South Carolina. Now, Georgetown is the county that is just south of me. It's just south of Horry County. And Austin was last seen on the 28th at 10:15 a.m. by his girlfriend, who dropped him off at Motel 6 at Church Street in Georgetown, South Carolina. At that time, Austin stated he intended to take a bus to visit his brother in Myrtle Beach. Austin's clothing, wallet, and driver's license were later located near the partial bridge adjacent to the Motel 6 by a citizen that was fishing. Now remember, we're right here on the ocean. Georgetown has a series of inlets and rivers. There's a lot of water in that area. So the last known communication from Austin was to his girlfriend, during which he made statements indicating that he may jump into the river. Now, this is on the 28th of January, y'all. We're not talking about in the summertime. We're talking about in the dead of winter, okay? He's going to jump in the water. Now, if you have any information on the whereabouts of Brian Keith Austin, please do contact the Georgetown Police Department. You can reach out to Investigator Vincia. The numbers are listed here if you want to leave an anonymous tip. There's an anonymous tip line. You can also call the dispatch, and there is a reference case number on this flyer. I did share it also on my community wall as well as my Facebook. But something the Vanderment Foundation pointed out that was interesting. He said there is some confusion from the girlfriend's statement claiming that Austin said he was going to take a bus to Myrtle Beach to visit his brother, but then turned around and stated that he was going to jump in the river. I mean, these are two different mindsets. How does one go from I'm going to get on the bus to go see my brother to I'm going to jump in the river? Now, although he is still married and separated from his wife, yes, the wife states that she spoke to Austin on the 13th of January. And the wife said that Austin was in good spirits. And although Austin has had his issues, he has never indicated that he would self-harm. So I do have a lot of questions about this case. And if you see this flyer, please share it out because I need more information about the girlfriend. I do have questions. I hope law enforcement is investigating further because how do you get ready to get on a bus to go see your brother, but then also you're fixing to jump off a bridge? I mean, I can't make that make sense. So definitely have a lot of questions. I hope Brian Keith Austin is found safe, and I will keep you guys informed as I see this story, taking flight. I've been watching the Georgetown Police Department to see if they have any further information. And so far, I have not seen any updates yet. So I just feel like it's a little weird. I mean, he's still married to his wife, but he's obviously not with her any longer. And she says that he was in good spirits. I'm like, what are the things that we don't know, right? It's the things that we don't know. Cash, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for being a member for 21 months. I appreciate you.
Seatbelts, everyone! Double Dutch bus coming down the street.
Thank you, Cash, for supporting. I appreciate you. Yes, honey elder, it is very strange. Yeah, some do hide a lot. That's true. I mean, if you've been on YouTube for any amount of time, you know that things can get crazy at the drop of a hat. So, I mean, it's possible that could happen. But I just don't know if I trust that complete story. So I will keep you guys posted about that because sometimes stories like that, it worries me. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make any sense. Now, the next flyer that I have, okay, we've got that one where she was found safe. Sabrina Hines. Yes, let's talk about Sabrina because there has been a lot happening in this case. And this is one of the popular cases that's going on now. There is going to be a candlelight vigil that is going to be held in her honor. She has not been located yet. So I wanted to make sure that I, brought you the latest updates on this. But I do want to bring up my Google because I want to share the latest article that I found about her. So pulling that up now. Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna read you the flyer, and then I'll share the article with you. Sabrina Hines, age 49. She is 5 feet 2 inches tall. She is 160 pounds. This flyer is by Kenny Geralds at the Aware Foundation of Virginia. Sabrina was last seen on January the 28th of 2026 at approximately 10 p.m. at the Shell gas station on South Carolina 200 in Winsboro, South Carolina. She was wearing a red short sleeve collared shirt with a black long sleeve underneath and black pants. Sabrina's vehicle was found abandoned on the shoulder of I-77 in Blythewood, South Carolina. If you have any information regarding her whereabouts, you can contact the Richland County Sheriff's Department at 803-576-3000, or you can call 911. So we're going to flip over here, and I'm going to share my screen. Let's take a look at this article here. This is from News 19. The search for Richland County woman continues, and it says that she was reported missing by her supervisor on Friday when she did not report for work. Hang on, it's not sharing my screen. Let me get over here. Let's share the entire screen. I get tired of flip-flopping back and forth. There we go. Okay. Her employment company activated the GPS locator on her company vehicle that she was driving, and they found it abandoned along I-77 near Blythewood, and her personal belongings were inside. Deputies then notified the missing persons unit investigators in Richland County, and after arriving at the scene, investigators began to trace Hines' last known whereabouts, and an extensive search of wooded area surrounding both sides of I-77 were initiated. The search team included approximately 12 to 15 deputies on the ground, a canine, a drone, and an airplane, all working the case until the late hours of Friday night. Efforts were suspended during the winter storm on Saturday, but investigators returned to full search efforts on Sunday. The Richland County Sheriff's Department investigators are concerned for Sabrina Hines' safety. It is possible someone stopped to assist her and may know where she is, and investigators are tracking down every lead that is reported in reference to Hines' whereabouts. They urge you to call if you have seen Sabrina Hines or have any information regarding her disappearance. Please call immediately. Her family is very concerned about her. This causes me serious concern. Not good at all. Now, let's see if we can get a photo of this. Here is a video. Let's see what we have on this. You're familiar with Richland, honey elder? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going down in that area because that's where the capital is, Columbia. All right, let's see what we got on this video.
A Richland County woman going into day 4. Sabrina Hines' family even more concerned as she's been missing through this past weekend's snowstorm.
Arlena Allen shares their call for answers.
Where is 49-year-old Sabrina Hines? That's the question her family has been asking for the past several days. Investigators say her last known whereabouts are here at this Shell gas station off of Highway 200 in Winsboro.
Again, this is off of Highway 200 in Winsboro, South Carolina. This is Richland County, South Carolina, and this video is WIS 10 News.
Her family telling me that she was contracted to do work here, but they haven't heard from her since.
I'm scared. I really am, because I want to know where she is. I want to know if she's okay. I want to know if she's safe, warm. Like, with this weather that happened, I was so scared. Like,
Hines' daughter, Sage Goodwin, says she
Oh no, that's not good. Bless her heart.
last spoke to her mom last Wednesday. Hines was reported missing on Friday after her employer told investigators she didn't show up for work. Her supervisor used her work car's GPS system to track down the car abandoned on the side of I-77 in Blythewood. Investigators say surveillance video from the Shell gas station in Winsboro showed Hines at work last Wednesday. They believe she went missing 20 minutes after that because the car was left on since 10:25 p.m. that night. Lead investigator Sergeant Molly Nations says the way Hines's car was found with her phone left inside raised plenty of red flags.
The car was left on? The car was left on? Oh my goodness. What if somebody tried to rob her? Oh, this is not good. This does not sound good at all.
It was turned on, but because there was no gas, it was not cranked. But as if it had just run out, the key was still on.
The family says they won't stop
Wow.
searching for answers until they get them. Anyone with information should call RCSD at 803-576-3000. Lena Allen, WIS News 10.
I don't even have words. Very sad. Very sad. So if you see her flyer, please continue to share that out. Her family is very, very worried. It sounds like there is a possibility of something that happened. I do hope that they can find her and that she is safe. So if you do see her flyer, please do share it out. It's okay, honey elder. Cash, are you not behaving in chat? Cash likes to tease. He doesn't Cash just, it's okay. Cash says I'm strict, but don't take offense, honey elder. He's just, Cash is Cash. He tries to pick with everybody, but it's okay. He's not, and look, he apologized. I hope you'll stay, honey. Yeah, honey and I are from the same area. So we're all good. We're all good. Yeah, it does sound personal, Sue. It sounds, I don't know. I can't even imagine what has happened, but think about the bad winter storm that we got here. It was much worse out in Columbia, Winsboro, Blythewood, and further west. The ice and the snow was much worse than it was here on the coast. And you guys heard all the different components involved in, searching for her, and they have not found any information yet. Now, I did also see that there was going to be a vigil for her. And let me see if I can find the information on that. I did share that too on my community wall. And I'm going to share my screen for that so you guys can take a look at that. Candlelight vigil to be held for missing Midlands woman. And the Broken Link Foundation, that is a 501c3 that one of my t-shirts on my bonfire store supports. The Broken Link Foundation is a 501c3 that is out of Columbia, South Carolina, and they help to offer families support, make missing flyers. They have community outreach programs, etc., that help people here in the state of South Carolina, and I work very closely with them. I share their flyers, they share my flyers. and they are doing wonderful work in our community. And they are actually putting on this vigil at Finley Park at 5 p.m. on this Friday, February the 6th, for her. And I'm going to put the link for the Broken Link Foundation in chat if you guys want to go check them out. That is one of the 501c3s that I support because it supports my state. So if you want to go check them out, here is their website. And they're actually going to be sponsoring that. I think that is wonderful that they are going to be sponsoring that for her family. I really do hope she is found soon. This is by WACH Fox 57. This was actually posted today at 3:23 this afternoon. Hey, Kitty Coo. It's good to see you. How are you? Thanks for being here. All right. Now, let's see. Now, the next flyer that I have is not from the Carolinas, but I do want to make sure that we share the awareness because Little John's son is missing. Little John's 27-year-old son, Nathan Smith, a.k.a. DJ Young Slade, has been reported missing in Georgia. The Milton Police Department in Georgia has put out this bolo for Nathan Smith. He is a black male, 5'9", 150 pounds, brown eyes, short black hair, but in this one picture it shows that his head he's completely bald. Last known location was in the vicinity of Baldwin Drive, Mayfield Road in Milton, Georgia. And that was on February the 3rd of 2026 at 0600 hours. Subject ran out of his house and has been missing ever since. He left on foot and does not possess a phone. He may be disoriented and in need of assistance. Family and friends are very concerned for his safety. Please contact the non-emergency dispatch line for Milton Police Department, and it's listed here on this flyer. And you can also contact Detective Moore at Sarah Moore at, and it's got her email address here at the bottom. And I also saw that the Aware Foundation of Virginia also made a flyer for him. Nathan has medical concerns. Yes, it looks like his eyebrows are shaved off too, poor guy. I don't know what's going on with Little John's son, but if you guys see this flyer, please share it out. Listen, going missing, it doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're famous, if nobody knows who you are. It doesn't matter if you live in a good neighborhood or a bad neighborhood. None of those factors have anything to do with it. Anything can happen at any given time. And this is awareness for anybody that we can share awareness for. Somebody asked me if I would please share his flyer, and I said absolutely that I would. So I'm just here to let you know, when I first saw his flyer and I shared it, I had no idea that it was Little John's son. But then I was quickly informed and I was asked, hey, can you share this? So I wanted to make sure that I did share this out. Now, the next flyer that we have is Gina Chapman. This is a flyer that Trevor Lee shared on Facebook and asked to be shared. So I told Trevor that I would be more than happy to share this out because Gina is missing from Hickory, Newton area of North Carolina. A lot of my people around the Charlotte, Mooresville, Lake Norman, Concord areas. Y'all know where this is at. Where's Elizabeth Lander? Elizabeth Lander, are you in the building? Elizabeth Lander. Elizabeth knows where this is. I have a lot of North Carolina people in here. If you see this flyer for Gina Chapman, Gina is 5 feet 10 inches tall. She weighs 110 pounds. She has red brunette long hair down past the center of her back. You can't miss that, y'all. This is really long red hair. She was last seen on Friday, January 30th in the Hickory, Newton, North Carolina area between midnight and 3 a.m. on Saturday, January the 31st. She was wearing a teal cardigan with a hoodie, jeans, boots, and carrying a teal backpack. There is a reward for the right information. If you have any information, you can call 828-578-0598 or the Hickory Police Department. Now, these flyers have been shared out, but a lot of times I have people tell me they'll screenshot the flyers while I'm live. And they'll take it from there and go share it out. Whatever you got to do, please get her face out there. You miss Trevor Lee, honey, Elder? I hope he's doing well. We've hit some bumpy roads in some of these cases, but I think Trevor is doing what's best for him, and I wish him all the best. So if you see Gina's flyer, please do share it out. And we also have Haley Potter from Florence County, South Carolina. She was located safe today, y'all. So I wanted to bring you that update. Haley is 16 years old, and she has been located safe. Also, we have Zachary Thomas Corsia, and he is an autistic person that was missing out of Virginia, but he was thought to have possibly traveled into North Carolina. So I had someone reach out to me. He's from the 757. We all know Dolly Vision is from up and from that area. I had someone send it to me and said, hey, this person's missing in Virginia, but it's thought that he might travel into North Carolina. Can you please share this out? He's been diagnosed with autism, and this could pose a credible threat for him. Any awareness would be grateful. And I said, absolutely, absolutely. Anytime somebody asks me to share a flyer, I'm definitely going to do it. But then I got notified before I went live that Zachary was located safe, which is a relief. So I wanted to let you guys know that Zachary has been located safe out of Franklin, Virginia in the 757. See, I covered the Carolinas, but sometimes we have to hop around a little bit because people ask me to share flyers, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to get their faces out there. All right, we have another missing juvenile, and I just checked today and saw that she is still on the National Center for Missing and Exploited website. This is Oriana Rochelle Bryant, missing out of Bowman, Orangeburg County, South Carolina. She's been missing since October the 29th of 2025. She's 17 years old. If you have seen her or have any information, please reach out to Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office, or you can contact Nick Mick at 1-800-THE-LOST. We also still have Dylan Hasley, missing out of Summerville, South Carolina. Dylan also has a brother. This is another one of the siblings that continues to go missing in South Carolina. He has a brother, and I don't know if his brother is still currently missing. I'm going to go over here and check to see, but Dylan is still actively missing. And at one point, Dylan and his brother were actually running away to try to meet up with each other to get away. And, you know, they would eventually be found and they would be placed. But this is Dylan, and like I said, he's been missing since November the 10th of 2025, and I don't see his brother on here any longer. So it is very possible that his brother may still be placed wherever he is at. But at one time, both of them were actively missing and have been actively missing together at the same time more than 5 times in the past 3 years. They have run away multiple times. But right now, his brother is not missing. It is just Dylan that is still actively missing. So if you have any information on the whereabouts of Dylan, he is 17. You can contact the Somerville Police Department, or you can contact NCMEC at 1-800-THE-LOST. And I'm sure if he's still missing, I'm sure his brother is worried about him. His brother is younger than him. So it just worries me for these kids. And we also have Kinoa Rivers out of North Charleston, South Carolina. She is 16 years old, and she's been missing since December the 13th of 2025. She is still active on the NCMEC website. You can see her NCIC number is listed on this flyer. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Kinoa Rivers, please reach out to North Charleston Police Department, or you can contact 911 or NCMEC at 1-800-THE-LOST. Remember, if you see something, say something. Shauna M2, we had another set of siblings that are separated in foster care, and they have been running away to get back to each other. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, let me go over here and see if I can. Let me see if I can look at something real quick. I think I still have the sisters that are actively missing too. They have not been located yet. So I do want to make sure that I share their flyers. We still have siblings that are out there missing together, although they were separated into different homes. I'm pretty sure I have this on my Facebook, because I don't think they were located. I don't have it on here. I'll have to go see if I can pull it on my community wall, because I met my maximum capacity of how many flyers that I could load up, and then it wouldn't let me load up any I can't load up anymore. So hang on one second. Let me see if I can go grab this one. Hold, please. I think I've got it over here in my on my Discord. We have over in the Discord, if you're a member on the top 3 tiers, you can join the Discord. This is where we share missing cases. We talk about, just everybody can share different things. We have a little bit of everything over there. I'm trying to see if I've got them in here. But I don't see them over here. I'm going to have to see if I can find that flyer and share it with y'all. I'll put it on my community wall so that you guys can see that later. I can't get my hands on it right this second, but I'll make sure that I do share that. And then we have Traysond McNeil. He is still missing out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. This flyer is by the Aware Foundation of Virginia. Traysond is 21 years old, and he was last seen on November 9th of 2025 at 12 a.m. in the 600 block of Sherrard Court in Goldsboro, North Carolina. He was last seen wearing light jeans, blue and white shoes, and a black hooded sweatshirt. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Tresond McNeil, he has black hair, brown eyes. He's 5'10", weighs about 160 pounds. Please contact Goldboro Police Department. The case number is listed on this flyer. He's been missing for a couple of months now. If you see this flyer, please do share it out to help bring Tresond McNeil home safely. I know, I wish there was an easier way for me to share the flyers too, but I share them out on my community wall. All of these are on my community wall, and all of these are on the Facebook, but sometimes I don't feel like that it gets enough views. So that's why I want to make sure that I highlight some of these so you guys can make sure to see their faces, because it's mind-blowing. And then we have Brianna Yao. This is another one on the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Brianna went missing 3 times in 2025. The picture with the glasses was from her previous flyer that I made for her. The picture on the left in this flyer is a newly released photo of Brianna Yao. She's missing from Georgetown County, South Carolina. That's just south of me. She is 16 years old. She is a runaway. She is from Hemingway, South Carolina. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Brianna Yao, please reach out to Georgetown County Sheriff's Office, or you can contact NCMEC. Hey, Carl, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate y'all being here and just liking this stream, subbing up. Now, I do want to let you guys know that actively, I do have my bonfire store with the new shirts that I made for Sebastian Rogers. These shirts were designed by myself, and Katie approved them. She asked me to, make these shirts that were very similar to the shirts that she had previously for Sebastian. And so I'm going to pull up my bonfire account so that we can take a look at those shirts. There have been people that have already purchased these shirts, and I just want to say thank you so very much. I just logged into my store and saw 5 people have purchased these shirts so far. And I just want to thank you, all of the profits for the awareness for Sebastian Rogers shirts go directly to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And if you guys are interested in supporting the mission, I don't make any profit off of these shirts. There is one shirt that is a Dutch girl shirt, and it does support my channel. There is one shirt that supports my channel, and that's it. All of the other shirts the profits all go to a 501c3. So if you guys are interested, if you want to share this link, please do so. Katie just asked that you keep Sebastian's face out there. There's a lot of people that did not get to get a shirt, and the other store is not making these shirts any longer. They're no longer going back out to Mississippi. So she needed a way to be able to keep Sebastian's face out there. And so I just wanted to be able to share the campaign with you, show you the shirt at the store so that you know exactly what you're looking for, and you guys will know how to go over there and take a look at it. So we're going to just quickly look at that, because I did have some people that emailed me and sent me some messages and asked if I could please take a look at that. And yes, nonsense. Thank you. I was going to tell you, Carl supposedly got blocked, and I did not even know he was blocked on your channel. So if you could check, I would Greatly appreciate that. Carl, I hope you're doing well. And I appreciate you coming over. I hope all is good. So let me share this just so you guys can take a look at it, because I didn't want there to be any confusion. I had some people telling me that I was scamming again, as usual. But so if anybody's out there that wants to come over to tell me about myself, now's your chance to get on over here and tell me about my scamming self. You'll probably get blocked right out the gate, but not by me, because the mods are not going to put up with your bullshit. But anyway, so here is my bonfire store. You can see it says Dutch Girl MB. This is my official merchandise. Let me make this full screen so you guys can see this better. But here is the Dutch Girl Myrtle Beach shirt right here. And this top shirt actually supports my channel. And then we have the Hurricane Relief for Appalachia Strong. That supports the hurricane relief efforts. Rosie, you scamming? I know. And also, I support coastal conservation. There's a shirt for East Coast Origins if you want to support coastal conservation. We also have the original Dutch Girl shirt, and that supports Texas flood victims from 2025. And then we also have the Peace, Love, and True Crime. And look, guys, there's a lot of different shirts that you can get. Like, it's not just one shirt. Like, there's different shirts. There's all kinds of different colors. So I ask you, you may find something that you like over there. We have the Everything is Fine, Keep Calm Dutchess shirt. Everything is fine. We're just on fire over here. That shirt actually supports the Broken Link Foundation. And then we have this Dutch Bus shirt. And if you click on the shirt itself, like this one, actually, you can see it says supports NCMEC for missing, lost, stolen, and trafficked children. And then you can go down here and you can go through all the different shirts. And you can just cruise through. There's different colors, different styles. I like that there's a tie-dye one in this one. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me get back over here. I want to share my whole screen. And for some reason, when I'm sharing it, I'm not sharing my whole screen. Hang on a second. All right, there we go. So that way I can flip back and forth. But you guys can be able to, you can scroll down. But here is the awareness for missing Sebastian Rogers. This shirt is to spread awareness. And Katie did approve this shirt. Now, there's other colors. Like, you don't have to get green. Like, you can get, there's a black heather. There's a dark gray. There is a neon blue. There's a military green. And then the unisex tee. This is a premium cotton tee that has vintage red, military green, storm, and vintage black. And then there's a crew neck shirt in black, dark heather, forest, and military green. And then we have like a long sleeve shirt in different colors. I think there's 4 available in this: the black, the gray, granite heather, and night sky navy. And we also have a baseball t-shirt in the blue sleeve, the navy sleeve, and the red sleeve. Then we have the heavyweight pullover hoodie in black, charcoal, royal, alpine green, and army. And then we have a tall classic unisex tee. If you're like my husband, big and tall. And then we have a football jersey. If you like something a little different. I want to give you guys options, but it's a good way to get his information out there. She wanted his picture on there. She wanted it to say Sebastian Strong. She wanted to have the green ribbon and it to say Sebastian Rogers. If you have seen Sebastian or know any information, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. So I wanted to make sure to let everybody know that you can see right here that this awareness by Dutch Girl MB, that's me, sponsors the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children right here. All profits go to them. Any questions? Now, I do have another quick case that I want to share with you about. There's just some updates, some things that I want to let you know that's been going on. Oh goodness, we have another missing person right now out of Sumter, South Carolina. I just saw the Broken Link Foundation. So let me share that with you because that's the place that we're going. We're going over here to Facebook because I have a couple of things that I want to share off my page over there that I shared. This is just today. I just saw this uploaded 43 minutes ago, according to the Broken Link Foundation. This is Christian Siegler, age 14. She is 5 feet 5 inches tall, 120 pounds. Kristen was last seen on the 4th of February when she was dropped off at school. She was wearing a blue hoodie with a tan logo, black sweatpants, white socks, and black Crocs. Her hair is worn in twist and pulled into a bun. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Kristen Siegler, please reach out to the Sumter Police Department at 803-436-2700. And credit for this flyer is to the Broken Link Foundation in Sumter, South Carolina. Just happened to see that. All right, let me jump over here real quick. I'm going to go over here and pull this up so I can share this with you. Give me 1 second. Oh, and by the way, in the beginning, I shared Dustin Garrett out of Sumter, South Carolina, the 45-year-old missing. He has been located safe as of an hour ago. So I just wanted to bring you that update. Dustin Garrett, missing out of Sumter, South Carolina, according to Tactical Hippie, has just been located safe within the hour. So wanted to bring you that update. Also, let's not forget Scott Spivey's civil lawsuit against Weldon Boyd is going to be taking place next Tuesday in the Conway-Horry County courtroom. And unfortunately, I will not be present because I have been summoned to jury duty on Monday in Myrtle Beach. And I don't know how many days I will have to go to jury duty. There's a bunch of different cases that are popping off right now. So I do need to make sure that I attend and do my civil duty in the courts. So I cannot be in two places at one time, but I will be bringing you updates about the Scott Spivey civil case as it unfolds. Okay, and so here is the first case that I want to tell you about. Okay, it just skipped on me. Ah, here we go. Okay, So let me just say this. If you won't do the awareness, I'll do the awareness for you. Scotland County Crime Stoppers. The Scotland County Sheriff's Office is requesting the public's assistance in an ongoing death investigation. John Kevin Hopkins of Laurinburg, North Carolina, was found deceased in the area of Gibson, North Carolina. By the way, he was found deceased in his vehicle with a gunshot. If you have any information related to this investigation, please contact the Scotland County Sheriff's Office at 910-266-4332. You can also submit a tip anonymously at the Scotland County Crime Stoppers.com, or you can use the P3 Tips app. But this is him right here. Yes, he was found deceased in his vehicle. And you guys know I cover the Carolinas. And, this is important too. There's a lot of crime in Scotland County. I know because I have family that lives there. The date today is February the 4th, Cash, here in the United States. It might be tomorrow there where you are. And Tuesday, for the date for Scott's trial in court, will be that will actually be going on the 10th. No, actually, it's not next week. It is the next. It is going to be on the 17th. I misspoke. It is not going to be on the 10th. It's going to be on the 17th. That will be the date that Scott Spivey's court case will be. I'm called to jury duty on Monday the 16th. And, well, Michelle and I had a discussion about it today, and she had to be there for 2 weeks before they finally released her to go home. So there's no telling how long they're going to have me wrapped up in some craziness down at the courthouse trying to do this jury duty thing. There's some crazy cases. So the 17th will actually be the hearing for Scott Spivey, and my jury duty starts on the 16th. So it's not next week, but the following week after that. So if you guys want to mark that on your little notebooks. Time is flying, but I wanted to bring some awareness because this man deserves justice. What happened to him? I mean, he's just gunned down and left for dead in his vehicle. I'm just saying. Listen, if you won't talk about it on your channel, I'm daggone sure going to talk about it on mine because these people deserve to have answers. And here's Dustin Garrett. We shared this in the very beginning of the live stream, and he has been located safe. So I wanted to bring you that update. Now, I do got one more thing that I want to share with you over here when we're talking about some of these cases, because sometimes we talk more about missing cases. We talk about other things. And I have a very important petition that I would like to share with you. Michelle, would you be able to drop that petition from Discord for me for Crystal Souls in the chat? Is that possible? I'm going to share my screen about this now, but I would really appreciate it if you could share that out for the awareness. And I'm going to share something. I have talked about Crystal Souls cold case on my channel before. She went missing at Shaw's Corner Store in Andrews, South Carolina in 2005, and I have actually covered her in a video. Please do go and look at my Unsolved Cases playlist. You will find Crystal Souls video over there. But there has been some new leads in this investigation, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. And also, I would like for you to consider reading and signing this very important petition that Michelle is going to drop for Crystal Souls. Because there is new evidence, and the family would like to have SLED, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, to get on board with Crystal Souls' investigation. This has been a 21-year search for this young woman. And there has been no solid leads in this case. And Andrews, South Carolina is, well, first of all, it's the home of Chubby Checker. Put a 1 in the chat if you knew that. But it's true. Andrews, South Carolina is the home of Chubby Checker, but it's also the home of a lot of crime and a lot of nefarious activities, if you know what I mean. It's out in the middle of nowhere, okay? And it's south of me, down in Georgetown County, in Williamsburg County. It's on the line down there. And there is some new updates in this case, and I want to play you this video. But if you would consider, please, clicking on that link, reading this petition to bring SLED on board for the investigation for Crystal Souls, if you would please consider reading it, signing it. If it asks you to donate money, you don't have to do that. Just click the share button out and share it. I love you too, babe. Thank you. If you could just share it out. You don't have to donate money, but share it to your Facebook. Copy the link, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to send any financial support to be able to share this petition. But if you could please do that, I would be so grateful. We're going to play this video about Crystal Souls right now. Let me make this as big as I can on this screen because I want you guys to be able to see it.
Listen to this. A new discovery is reigniting a decades-old cold case around a missing Andrews woman.
Our Michaela Evans shares how fresh evidence is breathing new life into a mystery that's haunted her family for far too long.
Investigators say it's been dead end after dead end in the 21-year search for Crystal Souls until now, armed with a new piece of evidence that could crack the case wide open. This black wallet could lead to answers after decades of unanswered questions about what happened to 28-year-old mother Crystal Souls. Andrews Police Chief Chris Cockrell says a resident in Williamsburg County turned the wallet into sheriff deputies back in June 2025, saying it fell out of an old couch they were moving off of a property.
So that was our first little lead that we had that had some stuff with Crystal's name on it in that wallet.
A major breakthrough after years of silence. Souls was last seen here at Shaw's Corner Store on January 24th, 2005. She needed a ride, so she walked over here to the phone booth to call her dad. When he said he was too sick to pick her up, she decided to walk home, and no one's seen her since.
This case is so heartbreaking, y'all.
And when she said she was going to do something, most of the time she done it. And she did tell her daddy she was on her way home.
Gail Souls says not a day goes by that she doesn't think about her daughter and how she never made it home to her son Mitchell, who was only 5 years old at the time of her disappearance.
Oh my goodness.
We would really, really, really love to bring my daughter home. For her son's sake. He needs closure.
And this is why the petition matters. Because SLED testing the wallet for DNA in Crystal Souls' case, there could be a match. There could be a hit. This could actually bring resolve to her children. 21 years is a long time, Cash. Thank you, Shauna M., for doing that. Thank you so very much. And thank you for being here, honey elder. I appreciate it. I thank you, Nonsense, for saying that. Sometimes it's a thankless job, but it's worth it to me because I just want to see these families get the answers that they deserve.
Now with Crystal's wallet resurfacing, Gail says she's putting pressure on police.
Let's do a search. Let's do something. If they don't want to do it, we'll go do it ourselves. Just tell us where they got the wallet.
Chief Cockrell says it can be complicated searching properties outside of their jurisdiction, and amidst their small department, it's often pulled in other directions.
Yes, it is hard for us to take or have the time to take to really dig into this cold case like we want to. Again, there's a total of 4 sworn officers here.
However, he says he's committed to finding answers, starting from scratch, tracking down persons of interest, and conducting new interviews.
And I like that. I like to hear that law enforcement is willing to dig in and do the work.
I'm not going to say I'm going to be able to solve the case, but I'm not going to stop looking. I know it's been a long time, but we're not going to forget about it.
She was so pretty. I always say she was gorgeous.
Gail says now is the time for people to come forward, and she'll continue searching until her last breath.
Somebody knows something in our little town. Moms don't quit. I'm never going to give up. Never.
SLED is now testing the wallet for DNA. The Andrews Police Department says if you know anything about Crystal's disappearance, big or small, give them a call. Back to you.
Wow. And this article was actually published here by WMBF News on January the 23rd of 2026 about them testing the DNA on the wallet that was found. I mean, you just never know. And it fell out of an old couch that they were moving off a property that she used to live in, and had stuff with her name on it inside of that wallet. You never know. There could be an answer. Yeah, I think I'd be checking that couch for DNA too. I think I'd be checking everything that was being moved from that property, because if that had her name in it, I mean, there's no telling what else might be in that. And, you know, she had called her daddy to pick her up, but he was too sick. And so she decided to walk home. And she never made it home to her 5-year-old son. And his face was so sweet, y'all. Thank you, Laughing Heart. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. So I do appreciate you guys being willing to read and consider signing that petition for Crystal Soul's family. I know it would mean so very much to them for you guys to do that, because her family deserves answers. I mean, they've been through so much. Just, I mean, 21 years is an exhaustive amount of time to wait for answers. And I fear families having to ever wait that long to hear anything about their missing loved one. Can you imagine going 21 years in Summer Wells' case or Sebastian Rogers' case? I mean, it's not good at all. I also read today that, and I did post this on my community wall, that there was a week-long statewide crackdown on human trafficking in California that resulted in 600 arrests and the rescue of 170 people, including children as young as age 13, according to the Los Angeles Regional Human Trafficking Task Force. I saw that today, and I thought that was wonderful news. And listen, we have to stay vigilant. We have to stay vigilant. This was Operation Reclaim and Rebuild out of Los Angeles County. And this effort was targeting both the solicitors and providers involved in the trafficking of young girls and boys. I mean, human trafficking and child exploitation are by far the most devastating crimes that target the most vulnerable people among us. But I do believe it said authorities arrested, I think after those people were arrested, I think it said 156 adults and 14 children were rescued across California, but a large number of that operation was concentrated in Los Angeles County alone. And the investigators described it as a hotbed for human trafficking activity, and also several weapons were confiscated during that week-long sting. And survivors need care. They need time. They need a chance to rebuild their lives. And that is why it is so important when law enforcement partnerships with organizations that can allow these individuals to reclaim their lives and rebuild their lives, helping them to start over. Whether that looks like getting emergency care to long-term recovery services. These agencies and nonprofits are so critical and essential to helping these survivors become the warriors that they are. And I think that is a wonderful win for this community. Rosie NC says, need to pray hard during Super Bowl because a lot go missing in traffic during major events. They certainly do. And you know good and well that I've told you guys many times, when you go on vacation, when you go to events, just like you were saying, Rosie, to the Super Bowl, when you go to concerts, when you take your kids to Disney World, or when you take your kids on vacation somewhere, never let those children out of your sight. Never let those children out of your sight. Make sure that you have your eyes on them at all times. Don't ever let your children go out by themselves, because they can be at risk of something happening to them. If I see it here in my little town, I guarantee you that it's happening somewhere else as well. So it's very important. Another quick case that I wanted to update you guys about that really kind of irritated me when I read this earlier today. There was a young girl that was found in North Carolina, frostbitten and malnourished after this winter storm. And her father and her uncle has been charged in this case. And we're going to go over here and take a look at this article right now. So let me go over here and share my screen. Let's see if we can get it back over here.
There's appeared in court for the first time today, accused of keeping a little girl in deplorable and very dangerous conditions.
CBS 17's Baron James joins us live at the home on North Alfred Avenue. And Baron, what did neighbors tell you that they saw at the house before those arrests?
Well, first of all, Angela and Rod, police say that the abuse happened here in this house, where investigators say it was unsafe and unfit to live, let alone to be called a home. And neighbors say that they would often see the adults, but they never saw the little girl.
What's that, hey?
Reginald Williams, a dad himself of this little 3-year-old princess, says he cannot imagine anyone neglecting and abusing a child.
She a handful at times, but I love her, you know. She cutest little thing ever.
However, his next-door neighbor, 27-year-old Demetrius Jones, is charged with felony child abuse and neglect, causing serious physical injury on his own 4-year-old daughter. Jones' brother, 38-year-old Jameson, faces the same charges. According to their arrest warrants, the child was severely malnourished.
Oh, my word. What in the hell is going on up here in North Carolina? How are you going to let your child become severely malnourished, suffer multiple insect bites all over her body, and sustain frostbite injuries to her hands, nose, and feet, resulting in serious physical harm? What? Oh, my.
Suffering from insect bites all over her body and frostbite injuries to her hands, her nose, and her feet. Kenly Police Chief James Ayers told me the abuse had been going on inside the Jones brothers' house here on North Alfred Avenue for quite some time.
Very unlivable condition. There was it was very cold inside the residence. There was no electricity at the residence.
Hold on. There was no electricity? I just cannot. What is going on with these people? I can't even understand this. This comes from CBS 17 News. Unbelievable. Out of Johnston County, North Carolina.
From my understanding, was no water. So a very unlivable condition, especially.
No electricity and no water, y'all. No electricity and water. Unbelievable.
With the temperatures that we have here recently.
Oh my God, so awful.
But longtime neighbors, like that woman who doesn't want her identity publicized, say while they would see the Jones brothers, they never saw the little girl living in this house.
So I would see the two young men outside, and I would smell weed. They'd be out there smoking weed. But
Hold on. Stop the daggone presses. You got money to smoke weed, but you ain't got money for water and electricity. Mm-mm.
never knew they had any kids over there at all. Never seen them, not one time. And I've been in this house probably about, going on 4 years now.
Kenley police, along with EM.
You didn't even know they had kids? Y'all, something ain't right. Something ain't sitting right with me about this.
EMS showed up here at the Jones house Thursday, arrested the brothers early Friday morning, and responders took the little girl to WakeMed Raleigh for treatment.
Really couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. You know, just like insect bites, frostbite, and then you see, we just got the snow, so yeah, so it could have been worse than what it was. So I'm just glad that they got the little girl out.
And Chief AR says the little girl is recovering in CPS custody and that her mom has been contacted. She lives in New Jersey. Meantime, the child's father and uncle are locked up in the Johnson County Detention Center on a $100,000 bond each.
Yeah, where's the baby mama? Exactly, Laughing Heart. Where is this child's mama? I tell you what. This is out of Kenley, North Carolina, in Johnston County. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And these are things that are happening right here in our own communities. If it's happening here where I live and where in North Carolina where I have friends and family, I guarantee you it could be happening in your town too. That's why it's so very important. If something don't look right, if something don't seem right, if you're like me, I'm going to be a nosy Karen. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. I'm without words right now. Just terrible. Now, there was a missing 5-year-old last night, Genesis Castillo Hernandez, that went missing. And it was really cold last night, guys, but she was actually found safe within a couple of hours. So that is posted on my community wall as well. But I just wanted to remind everybody, the little 5-year-old that I had posted about that went missing, she was located safe within just a couple of hours. So I wanted to make sure to remind you of that. Also, another crazy story that I saw from the North Carolina beat. It's another crazy story, y'all. It's another crazy story. I just have to share these with y'all. This is in Goldsboro, North Carolina. One of my neighbors out here, they have a house up near Goldsboro. This woman was charged with a DWI after allegedly going 103 miles an hour in the snowstorm that we had this past weekend with her child in the vehicle, and her blood alcohol content was 0.33. What in the hell's going on? Ma'am, where was you going to in a snowstorm drinking at 103 miles an hour? You're lucky that you're still alive. You cannot make this stuff up. How was she found, Laughing Heart? I don't know that it said, but I'll tell you if you give me 1 second. Let's see, that was with the Post and Courier. That's where I saw that update at. For the, you talking about the little 5-year-old Laughing Heart? Let's see here. It does not say. It does not say, Laughing Heart, how. It just says that she was reunited with her family. Yeah. I wish I had a further update, but I'm just glad she's safe. Now we understand, how a lot of kids end up in CPS care for situations just like this. It's not good at all. Very concerning, very concerning. Also, I just got notified that there was an update. I was reading about this just a little while ago in Durham, North Carolina. The police are investigating a suspected murder-suicide after a man and woman were found deceased late on Tuesday night at the Crestview Apartments in Durham, and both individuals were found suffering from pew-pew wounds. Both pronounced deceased at the scene. And according to the preliminary findings from the Durham Police Department, this appears to be a murder-suicide. It looks like that they are continuing to investigate and are asking people, if you live in this area and have any information, to please report to the Durham Police Department about this situation. That's terrible. That is terrible to hear. And right now, that is about all of the case updates that I have to share with you right now. I don't have much more, so I won't keep you any longer, but we are going to have another live on Saturday afternoon. We're going to do our Carolina folklore on Saturday afternoon, and then we're going to have another live stream. I'm working on getting a stream together where we are going to walk back the Heather Elvis investigation on my channel. Heather Elvis, my husband knows her mom and dad, and she has never been found, although her lover at the time is in jail, and his wife, because they are both thought to be guilty of her disappearance, although she has never been located. So I thought that might be an interesting cold case that we could all talk about, because that is here local in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to me. And I have reached out to her sister And I'm hoping that, she might get back with me and tell me the information that she would like for me to share, and if there's any updates that she would like for me to share about her sister's missing case. So if you're not familiar with Heather Elvis, I think you'll find this case very, very interesting. So I appreciate you guys choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. We've been here a couple of hours, so I'm going to let you guys get back to it. I've got to go finish some laundry and get things, get all of Duke's uniforms washed up for tomorrow so he can go to work. He's gone to bed. I got to go let the dog out, but I hope everybody has a wonderful night. I appreciate everyone that has been a member. Thank you again, Shauna M., for being a member for 16 months. Thank you, OG Earthy, for being a member for 1 year. And thank you, Cash, for being a member for 21 months. I do appreciate you guys supporting my mission to just keep the awareness out there, to keep these missing people's faces and factual information shared out here across this platform. Remember, if you see something, say something. If you'll share this live stream out, give it a like. It helps to support factual awareness going around on these YouTube streets. So I have a new outro song for you guys tonight to play you guys on out of here. And I hope that you guys have an amazing week. And I look forward to seeing you guys around in the chats. And I'll see you guys on Saturday for our Folklore Live. So until next time, bye, y'all.
Live stream's done, screen goes black, but the name still lingers in my mind, no cap.
Y'all pulled up chairs to this little light. Turn these old cold files in a hope tonight.
Yeah, y'all come back, now you're here. Dutchess and her team will be right here, 'cause without y'all, these trails go dark. Every share, every voice, you light that spark. Grab a seat and stay a while. We keep it kind, we keep it clear. Let's drum 'em up. More facts, y'all come back now. You're here. You could be anywhere, but you ride with me. Turning clues and coffee and a company. Every share, every flyer, like a porch light on, for the ones gone missing, till they make it home. Y'all come back, now you're here. Dutch appreciate you supporting her here, 'cause without you, these trails go dark. We need every voice to light that spark. Hit that like and share this out. That's what awareness is all about. The mission is vital, working as peers. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all come back, now you're here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We don't deal in giving up.
We raise voices lifting up.
Every view, another spark, burning brave against the dark. Y'all come back, now you're here. Dutch appreciate you supporting her here, 'cause without you, these trails go dark. We need every voice to light